Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney for what I believe should be our last day of investigation, assuming that this trial follows the same rules as all the others. I'm a little sad about that actually, but oh well. So we made it through day 2 of the trial, right? Yeah, day 2. And so now we're on to our 3rd day of investigation. Got some good information. And now we're ready to move on, and I believe we're on our way to talk to Lana? Yes. February 24th, Detention Center Visitors Room. Lana? Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble. Falsifying evidence? I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul, why should we? But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risks. Lana, Emma told me about you. Oh? About how you were a detective 2 years ago, and how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details? Especially about that unusual change of jobs. Was it like a bribe? I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. Oh boy, this can't be good. Alright, let's talk about today's trial first. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. The trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. It couldn't be helped, Emma. With that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15, there was no murder at the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana, what the witness, Miss Starr, said? About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife? Lana, I don't understand. Why don't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me. I knew it. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so fazed before. Who are you covering for? Okay, let's start with the detective thing. It's true, I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing. They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together. I'm suspicious of him, but I feel like they also purposely made him suspicious. Chief Gant. He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes. Damon Gant, he was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed. That is sketchy. Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime scenes so you could use that experience in court, right? Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office. Oh! He is shady! Okay. Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. Yeah, definitely. 2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark. Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right? Yes, Deputy Chief Gant and I shared the same office and the same investigations. We even had the same office. We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place. He tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. Okay, I feel like there's some important information in that. Let's press on and we'll decompress afterwards. Dim and Gat and Young Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gat and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself. That's where he found me. So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana. It appears so. I was filing some papers while Grant and Marshall were questioning Dark. I keep wanting to say Grant and Drake for some reason. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3 bodies? That was, yeah, that's not right. Did Emma pass out? Oh yeah, there we go. Prosecutor Marshall, the victim Emma who had passed out, and the suspect Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Can't blame her, after all her sister must have gone through. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident. That's right, quite a coincidence. I don't buy it. But what are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident, just by chance. But that case was solved 2 years ago. At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall, yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. That case just might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Dan Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself, the Chief's office. Maybe we should have a look at the Chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. Oh. Now I'm wondering if they're like really trying to press so that you suspect Gant to throw you off, or because he did it. Attorneys and prosecutors have no business showing evidence outside court. It's taboo, especially when the interests of both parties are involved. But it's my attorney badge, Lana. She's just gonna. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start with the new stuff. If we don't get anything out of it, out of like this first page, if it's all just the same stuff, we'll move on. I don't want to waste that much time. Watch, it's gonna be like the next thing would have been. Nope, not what I wanted. No, okay. So I don't think we're gonna get anywhere. Watch, it really is like the rubber glove. Yeah. Or whatever the next thing is. Okay. So we're going to the police department? Oh, what did I press? Not what I wanted. I think I have to go to criminal affairs? What? Or do I have to go to the office first? Police department, okay. Weird. Alright, whatever. Right. Oh, no, wait, no. Yeah, no, this is right. Howdy, Bambina. Oh, Mr. Marshall. I never thought things turned out this way when I woke up this morning. Okay, Sarah. I'm sure that's... I didn't take Spanish. I took French, okay? And I still can't speak that. You never know where life will lead you, eh, Bambina? I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Wait, what? Billy? Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back.
Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner.
But Mr. Marshall, why did you do it?
Why do prospectors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one.
Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened?
Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today.
I'll give you a steak. Okay, tell us about this trial.
Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either, all the detectives thought so.
What do you mean fishy?
Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon.
Murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip?
That was Joe Dark's alright. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised.
A question?
The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained.
What does that mean?
It means there's a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased.
Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence?
That case left behind scars on all of us.
The scars that the SL9 incident left behind. Alright, we'll get to that. Prosecutor Marshall.
I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together.
Oh. How old was he, your brother?
He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day.
The highest honor? You mean the
King of Prosecutors.
I knew it.
What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor.
Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as...
That's right. It was the day of the evidence transferal.
Interesting.
It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to seal the evidence so the case wouldn't die.
Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. Alright, tell us about scars.
There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room.
What about Detective Goodman?
If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious.
They? Who are you talking about?
Don't get upset, Bambina.
Oh, Gant and Lana.
I mean Damon Gant and Lana Skye.
Yeah, okay. Alright, we're getting somewhere.
The investigation lead, Damon Gant, and his second in command, Lana Skye. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers.
After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right?
Yeah, Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Skye was totally different when she was a detective.
Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me, what happened to my sister?
Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out.
Lana's secret? It all started 2 years ago. But I'm with you. Time for a drink.
So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner?
It was certainly enlightening.
There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy.
Oh.
He was the one who used falsified evidence to get that guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I wouldn't even be a patrolman. I won't even be a patrolman after today. Too bad I won't be around to work with you when you become a real scientific investigator. Adios, Bambina.
Oh, he was annoying, but now I like him. I mean, I started to like him as things went on. But now I feel What? Criminal affairs? Oh, okay. Nope, this is it. This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted. That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. Oh, if you're looking for the officers, the others are all in the conference room. Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us. The chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do about Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention the statement to the media in tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I think festive is the word usually used for those. Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right, you can't go. Oh, it's off limits. I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. Chief's office. Ooh, this is creepy. Police department, chief's office. What is this room? Where am I? In the chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door. Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Bach. Uh-huh. I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me notes. What is happening? I never could remember where C was. Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant! He put the paper he was reading on his desk, in his desk. So, Righto, have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statement. Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence. 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He was also a cowboy. We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with the picture. Is it the thing? Can I? Nope, that's not. Nope. Is there a way to get rid of the text box? No. Oop. Yes. The red controller. I want the text box to go away. I can't quite seem to put my finger on it, though. Gant? Oh, okay, I can take a look at it. Gant team picture added to the court record. Hold on, hold on. Stop! 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 Bad game. You do the thing I want you to do right now. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. Hold. I can't move around. But, okay. I don't think this is what they're getting at. But in front of Lana, there's like a knife. Is that going to turn out to be the actual murder weapon? I know it's supposed to look like the statue's holding like a spear or something, but I have my suspicions about that. Oh no, I see the other huge thing that is wrong right behind Lana. Okay. That first thing was just a stab in the dark, but I definitely see that vase. Which makes sense. It makes sense that we would see that because it was broken. It was conceivably broken the day of the murder. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna... Okay. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together. Oh, but this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore.
All the same, we'd still like to have a look around.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore.
Oh, he's evil!
Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend.
Looks like we aren't welcome.
Seems that case isn't over with yet, after all.
What do you mean? Chief can't deny our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. You mean like a clue? There's gotta be a way we can get inside the chief's office. Okay. Alright. Let's think about this. Nope, nope. Oh, here we go. Underground parking lot. No one's here today, not even Miss Starr. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are. But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case. But instead it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty. Hang in there, Lana. I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow. Let's come back to this if we need to. I don't really... Well, alright. Let's just real quick. This is where cars leave the lot. The air on the ground. Yep, okay. Saw that already. Theory of relativity. I think that's like my only enduring complaint. At least I can think of off the top of my head. I don't even a complaint. It's just like something that I kind of wish that they did differently. Of just if it's not going to give me new text, just show it as marked off. Can't hear anything in my ear. Yep. Okay. This is a famous divider. Okay. Yep. Same. This is through. It's through there. That's where visitors park. Alright, she couldn't do it. Take a look at Edgeworth's car. The lock on the trunk was broken, so the question is, why did Miss Sky choose his car? Alright, yep, we got it. You don't know about cars. I feel you. Prosecutors, yep. And that. Rope is in it. Outline the victim's body. And the trunk. Found the note. SL9 incident, 221. SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dart kill. Oh, here we go. Something new. Everyone in this case played some part in that incident. This has to be more than just sheer coincidence. Alright, we got a little tiny bit of extra text. Famous oil drum. Nothing new. Okay. I think that's where we'll end it here. We'll check out other areas in the next episode. Oh, man. I don't want it to be Gant. Because I feel like the game now is like really, really pushing in that direction. So I'm hoping there's going to be some other like twist to it. But who knows? We'll see. Either way, I'm still having a good time. Hopefully you are as well. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.